Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the second game of the doubleheader here on June 30th between these Braves and Giants. And the Giants come to town, taking game one of the doubleheader. Can the Braves bounce back and split this doubleheader? Leading off for the Giants playing second base in game number two is Harris. Batting second playing left field is Whitfield. Batting third playing right field is Clark. Batting fourth playing first base is Ivy. Batting fifth playing third base is Cruz. Batting sixth playing center field is Herndon. Batting seventh playing shortstop is Metzger. Batting eighth doing the catching is Sadek. Batting ninth on the mound doing the pitching is Halicki. And for the hometown Atlanta Braves, we have leading off playing second base is Gilbreth. Batting second playing center field is Office. Batting third playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth doing the catching is Pocoroba. Batting fifth rather, playing third base is Horner. I think we might make a change here. Yeah, we're going to make a change. We're going to move Murphy up to sixth. So Murphy's going to be batting sixth, playing first base. Batting seventh, playing left field is Cito. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is the Rocket. And on the mound, Mickey Mahler. Let's get down here to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium and get game two started. And Harris will start it off here for the Giants. He's batting .302 on the year with no homers and 4 RBIs. And Mickey's making his eighth start, his 18th appearance. He's 1-6 with a 6.71 ERA. And here's the pitch to Harris. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Horner. He fires over to Murphy, and there's out number one. And Whitfield comes to the plate, and he's batting .314. He's got 9 homers and 34 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Whitfield's aboard here with a 1-out single. And Jack Clark, who is leading the National League with a .350 batting average with 9 homers and 42 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Cito and left, and there's 2 down. And Poison Ivy, Mike Ivy, steps up to the plate batting .248 with 4 homers and 11 RBI. That's going to be a base on balls. And just like that, now the Giants got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And Hector Cruz comes to the plate, batting .206 with no homers and 5 RBIs. Can Mickey get out of this with nobody scoring? And yep, that's a ground ball down to the Rocket. He'll go to short way over to second. And the Giants strand 2, Giants nothing. Braves coming to the plate with Gilbert, Office, and Matthews. And Gilbert's batting .213 on the year. He's got a homer and 17 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cruz. He fires over to Ivy, and there's 1 down. And now you got Office up, batting .272 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Cruz. And they might want to hit it somewhere else. 2 ground balls to third, 2 quick outs. And the Sarge is up. And Matthews is batting .257 with 6 homers and 24 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Harris. And the Braves go quietly 1, 2, 3 in the first. We go to the top of the second with no score. You got Herndon due up, followed by Metzger and then Sadek. And Herndon's batting .254 on the year. He's got a homer and 26 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Mickey starts off this inning with a walk. Roger Metzger comes to the plate, And he's batting 171 with no homers and 3 RBIs. Can they get a ground ball out of the slow-footed misser? And that's going to be hit down the first. Can Murph get to it? That'll be the question. And 52, and most likely not. And that is going to be a single in the right field. Murph couldn't get to it. And makes its way through the hole. And now you got first and second. Nobody out. Braves desperately need a double play ball here to try to keep the Giants off the board. Mike's batting 364 with a homer and 7 RBI. And that's a ground ball down the horner. Can he go around the horn here? And a 3 and a 14 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that should do it. That should be the, nope, it's not going to be around the horn. That's going to be the old 5-5-3 double play. So now you got runners at second with 2 outs. And you might be able to get out of this mess with Ed up. Halicki's batting .211, not no slouch at the plate, batting .211 with no homers and 3 RBIs. He says, I don't need no stinking DH. Let's see here. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Gilbreth makes the catch, and that'll do it. And the Giants strand 1. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score with Pokeroba, Horner, and Murphy due up here. Biff's batting .241 with 6 homers and 23 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Harris. And there's 1 out. And Horner comes to the plate now. And Bob batting .240 on the year with 4 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Bob's aboard here with a 1-out single. Bob's starting to light these Giant pitchers. And the Murph comes up batting .223 with 15 homers and 33 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Whitfield and left. And now there's 2 down. And it's up to Gaston to get something done here with 2 outs and a runner at first. Cito's batting .211 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And that ends the inning. We go to the top of the third. Still no score here. Got the top of the order due up here for the Giants. Harris followed by Whitfield and Clark. Harris 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mickey with his 3rd walk. Another leadoff walk. He got away with it in the second. Can get away with it here. Whitfield singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. That's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. And that'll be 2 down. 1 down, rather. Clark comes to the plate. And Jack, he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. So again, first and second, 1 out this time. And the Poison's up. Poison Ivy. Michael was up. And he is walked his first time up. And here's the pitch for Mickey. And that's going to be against the lefty. That is going to be a single in the left field. And that's going to fill the bases. So everywhere you look, there's a Giant. And Hector Cruz is up, and the Braves are going to play back for the double play. Try to get out of this mess. So runner at third is Harris. The runner at second is Clark. Ivy's at first. Cruz is at the plate. He's 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a walk. Mickey's going to walk in the first run of the game, folks. And it's 1-0 San Francisco. Larry Herndon's up now. And Herndon, he walked his first time up. Mickey has walked 5 and hasn't struck out a soul. Be nice to get a strikeout here with a 1 out and nobody on. And it's not going to happen. Herndon squares this one up, folks. Where's this one going to drop? And that ball is hit deep in the left field. And nobody's going to get it. Cito's chasing it down. Herndon's rounding second, and that brown-eyed handsome man is in there with a 3-run triple. And just like that, it is now a 4-0 ball game, folks. 4-0 San Francisco with a runner down at third. Only one out. Now the Braves are going to have to bring the infield in. And Roger, he is 1 for 1 today. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Actually, that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Horner calls for it and makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And now, can Mickey get out of this mess with 4 runs? Awful, ain't it? Nothing ball game. And now it's 4-0.
Sadek.
And Sadek comes to the plate. And he is 0 for 1. He grounded into that 5-5-3 double play his last time up. And not this time against the lefty, an 8. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. Sadek delivers this time, and it's a 5-0 ball game. And Halicki's up. He's 0 for 1 today. Popped up his last time up. That's going to be a ground ball, I think, back to the mound. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. He strikes that out, but 5 runs come across the plate. The Giants take a 5-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. You got the Rocket, Mahler due up, and then Gilbreth. Rocket is batting 158 on the year with no homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the game for Ed. And there's 1 down. They're going to let Mickey hit. He's batting .071 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Clark. And now there's 2 down. We're back to the top of the order in Gilbreth. Gilbreth is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cruz. Second time he's hit the ball to Cruz, and Cruz throws him out. The Braves go down 1-2-3. To the top of the 4th we go. And 9 men made it to the plate last inning. So Harris will lead it off again here in the 4th. You see the team replay comparisons. The Giants are 46-29. They've scored 329 runs on 66 homers, stolen 33 bases, been caught 19 times. The Braves are 26-47, scored 284 runs on 55 homers, stolen 28 bases, and been caught 15 times. Harris walked his last time up and came around the score. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Horner. He fires across the diamond, and there's 1 down. And Whitfield comes to the plate. And Whitfield is 1 for 2 today. And that ball is hit hard. Where's this one going to land at? Mickey might not get out of this 4th inning. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Whitfield makes it a 6-0 ball game. And Clark comes to the plate. And Clark is 0 for 1. He is flown out and walked. And that's going to be a rare play. 40 and a 55. That's going to be hit out to center field. Office is out there. And Office is going to make a nice play. Takes a base hit away from Clark. And there's 2 down. And Poison Ivy, Michael Ivy's up. He's 1 for 1. He has walked. He has singled. And came around the score. And he drives this ball. That ball is hit deep into left field. Cito can't get to it. That's going to be a 2-out double for Ivy. And now Hector Cruz is up with a runner down at second in a 6-0 ball game. Cruz is 0 for 1. He did walk and drove in a run his last time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down to Gilbreth. He makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Giants scored 1. It's 6-0 San Francisco. Office, Matthews, and Pocoroba, the 2-3-4 hitters are due up. Rolling 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be against the righty. It's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Whitfield calls for it, makes the catch. And there's one down. Matthews comes to the plate. He grounded out. He's 0 for 1 his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's the third strikeout of the game for HALICKI. And now Pocoroba's up. He's 0 for 1, 2 down, nobody on. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound over to Ivy. And that'll end the inning. The Braves go down in order in the bottom of the fourth. To the top of the fifth we go. Herndon due up, followed by Metzger and Mike Sadick. And Herndon is 1 for 1. He has walked and had that big 3 RBI triple. And that's a base on balls. And again, Mickey starts off the inning with a walk. Roger comes up. He is 1 for 2, singled in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. He makes the catch. And there's 2 down. See if the Braves can get a double play out of Mike here. He's 1 for 2. He grounded into 1 double play, singled and drove in a run his last time up. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down to the Rocket, over to Gilbreth, over to Murphy. 6-4-3 double play. And that'll end the inning. Giants 6, Braves nothing. You got Horner due up, followed by Murphy and Cito. Horner's got the only base hit of the game for the Braves. He singled back in the second, 1 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Whitfield. There's 1 down. And the Murph comes to the plate now. Can the Murph get something going here? He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. Murph's down at first. And does the Murph want to take off here just to pad the stats? A D in the 5th inning. Nope. But we are going to do a hit and run with Cito. Try to stay out of the double play. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Murphy scampers back to first. And there's 2 down. And the Rocket comes to the plate. And the Rocket's 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Harris. He tosses it over to first. And that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still a 6-0 ball game. Got the bottom part of the order due up here against Mickey. This will be his last inning. He's due to lead off the 6th. See the Braves schedule. They got 2 more games here against the Giants. And then they go on the road, take on the Dodgers out in L.A. Ed is 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Horner. He fires across the diamond. And there's 1 down. Now Harris comes to the plate. And Harris is 0 for 2. He has a walk and came around the score back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Mickey. He fires over to Murphy. And there's 2 down here in the 6th. Whitfield comes to the plate now. And he's 2 for 3 with a solo homer his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit. That's an infield hit. And Whitfield's aboard here with 2 outs. And Jack Clark comes to the plate. And Clark, he is 0 for 2 today. He has walked and came around the score back in the 3rd. He's flown out to left and center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Murph's going to make the play. Take it to the bag. And that'll end the inning. And the Giants strand one. We go to the bottom of the sixth and a 6-0 lead. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Mickey. So he goes 6 innings, gives up 8 hits and 6 runs. Crazy. So Mick comes out of the ball game. Who's going to come in and pitch hit? That's the question. Against the righty. And you got Murphy can play. Can catch. So Joe's going to come off the bench here. Try to get something started. Braves only 1 hit. That was the Bob Horner single back in the first. So Joe's going to come in here, try to get something going. Get the Braves on the board at least here. Joe is batting .236 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Harris. And there's 1 out. And we're back to the top of the order. And Gilbreth here. And Gilbreth is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Whitfield. And there's 2 down here in the 6th. Office comes to the plate now. 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 14. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Whitfield in the gap. Makes a nice catch. Braves go down 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 7th we go. And Dave Campbell's going to come out. We're going to have some Campbell soup here. He's going to pitch the 7th inning. And this is Campbell's 20th appearance. He's 1-1 with no saves and a 7.71 ERA. And he'll be going up against Ivy, Cruz, and Herndon. 4, 5, 6 hitters here. Ivy is perfect, 2 for 2. He's walked, he's doubled, and he's came around to score. And that's going to be the first time they get Mike out. That's a fly ball out to Cito and left. And there's 1 down. And Hector Cruz comes to the plate now. 0 for 2. He has walked and driven in a run when he walked. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dave strikes him out for out number 2. Larry Herndon comes to the plate. And Larry is 1 for 1. He's walked twice and had that 3 RBI triple. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Campbell strikes him out. And the Giants go down quietly in the 7th. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 6-0 Giant lead. And with the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up here, down by 6, Braves need to get some runs here. Need to get a run here, that's for sure. Get some runs here with Matthews, Pocoroba, and Horner up. Matthews is 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Herndon in center. There's 1 down. And that'll bring Pocoroba to the plate. And Biff is 0 for 2. He is grounded out twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Whitfield. And now there's 2 outs. And here's the man with the only hit of the game. Horner had that single back in the 2nd. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be another fly ball and another out. And the Braves go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 8th and a 6-0 lead. Hey, what's going on, Clinton, buddy? Glad to see you. We go to the top of the eighth. You got the bottom third due up here. Roger, Mike, and Ed. Three Stooges is what the Braves need, and that's not them. Roger is 1 for 3. He is singled, popped up, and flown out. And we drop the dice. Where did it go? Where did it go? Did it make it the whole way to the floor? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Oh, my. Now it's an official game. And, of course, that's going to be a base hit. In the right field, Matthews gets it on the short hop. And you got the leadoff batter aboard here in the top of the eighth. And Mike is up. He is grounded into 2 double plays. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI. The other 2 times he's grounded into a 5-5-3 double play and a 6-4-3. Can Campbell get him to do it again? Not this time. That's going to be a base hit. And the Giants got the first 2 batters aboard here in the top of the ninth. And we're going to put the bunt sign down in a 6-0 ball game. Yeah, they're having a rough time against these Giants, that's for darn sure. First and second, nobody up. Ed is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, popped up, and struck out. Here's the bunt. And that's going to be a 36. First and second. And that's going to be a wild pitch. So now the bunt sign's going to be taken off. Campbell throws that one in the dirt. Bring the infield in. The bunt's off. Second and third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ed strikes out. I'll keep the infield in here. So we're back to the top of the order. And Harris. Harris is 0 for 3. He did walk and came around the score in the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 22 and a 7. 22 and a 7 is going to be fielding column 1. But with the infield in, that's going to be a base hit in the right field, and that's going to score a run. And it is now a 7-0 ball game. Whitfield's up, and Whitfield is 3 for 4 with a homer in this game. They're going to play back for the double play ball now. And that's going to be a base on balls. The bases are loaded, and these Giants looking just to tack on some more runs. And here comes Jack Clark up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today with a walk and came around the score. He's leading the National League with a .346 batting average. Can Dave get him the ground into a double play here? And that is going to be a ground ball down the second. 42 and a 7. And that's probably fielding column 2. And it is. And with the infield back. And that's going to be hit down the second. Over to the Rocket, over to Murphy, and Clark beats the throw. The run scores. It's now a 9-0 ball game, first and third. And Poison Ivy, Mike Ivy's up. He's 2 for 3 today. He has a double in this game. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Clark will stop at second. And it is now a 9-0 ball game. And this game is out of control. And Hector Cruz may be the only Giant without a base hit. Let's look. He's 0 for 3 today. He has walked. Yes, he is the only position player. No, he's not. Him and Clark. Clark's 0 for 4. So first and second, 2 down for Hector Cruz. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And don't tell me, even Office is going to screw the pooch today. Yes, he is. That's going to be fielding column 3. First on air. Runner scores other to the second. 2 outs, other to third. So that's going to be an error on Office. The runner's going to score from second. Ivy's going to get down to third. Nothing's going the Braves' way. And Campbell, sorry, you're taking it on the chin, my friend. This is your game. We're not wasting any pitchers on this. 10-0 good buddy game. Herndon's up now 1 for 2. He has walked and had that 3 RBI triple. And they're not done yet. This is turning into a massacre. Herndon squares it up, drives that ball out into the gap in center field, deep center, and that's going to score everybody. And just like that, my friends, it is now 12-0. As Steve on just AP Chatter, check out his great channel. He's been doing a lot of stuff about Apba on there. Oh, the runner from first was supposed to score. Runner from first. Forgot to score him. So a double and a runner from first scores. And now Metzger's up. And if I remember right, he started this inning off with a single. Yes, he did. So 10 men have made it to the plate now. Roger is 2 for 4. Like I say, he singled to start this inning off. And that's going to end it. That's a ground ball down to the Rocket. He fires over to first. And that'll do it. But the Giants just clobber the Braves here in the 8th. It is now a 12-0 ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. You got Murphy due up, followed by Cito, and then the Rocket. Now Murph is 0 for 1. He has walked in this game. And that ball is high. That ball is far. The Murph gets the Braves on the board with his 16th homer of the year. A little bit of Digny in Atlanta. It's now a 12-1 ball game. As Cito comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Larry in center field. And there's 1 down. Oh, you're welcome, Steve, buddy. You do a great job. Do a great job for Apba and all. Appreciate it, man. Now there's 1 out and the Rocket's up. He is 0 for 2 today. He is struck out and grounded out. And the Rocket gets a hold of this. And where's this been all game? All of a sudden now Ed's struggling a little bit. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And the Rockets aboard here with 1 out. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Dave. And Craig will come in to pitch at the top of the 9th. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here against the righty. And Cheney will come off the bench. Give Cheney a plate appearance here, the switch hitter. So Darryl will come off the bench. And a 12-1 ball game. Runner on first, 1 out. This will probably be Ed's last inning. Darryl is batting .212 on the year with a homer and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 15 and a 9. 15 and a 9. And that's going to be a base hit. So Cheney gets aboard here with a pitch hit single. And the Braves showing some life after getting their butt beat in that 8th inning. And now you got the top of the order, first and second, with one out. And Gilbert at the plate. He is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty. A 17 and an 8. And that's a fly ball out to Larry Herndon. And that'll be 2 down. So it's up to Office to keep this inning going here. And Office is 0 for 3. He's grounded out and flown out to left twice. And he gets a hold of this. He's going to drive this ball into left field. And that'll score a rocket. The question is, will Cheney, he's going to stop at second. So that's an RBI single for Office. And just like that, the Braves have got 2 runs on the board. And a Bronx cheer rings out in the stands. Now Matthews is up. Matthews is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Matthews. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a 40. And that'll be a, let's see here, 7, 8, 7, 19, 25, 29. That's going to be a line drive right out in the center field. Nice play by Herndon, and Matthews hits it on the button, but right at Herndon. But the Braves scored 2. Murphy has a homer, and we go to the top of the 9th and a 12-2 ball game. Like I say, Craig's going to come in here and pitch. You'll have the bottom part of the order due up here. That'll probably be it for Ed after he got roughed up in that 8th inning a little bit. So let's see. And this will be Craig's 11th appearance of the year. He's 2 and 3 with no saves and a 4.05 ERA. He's got the bottom part of the order due up. Mike, a pitch hitter, and then Harris due up. Mike is 2 for 4 with an RBI. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on balls. Another walk given up by these Braves pitchers. And that'll be it for Ed. He goes 8 innings, gives up 2 runs on 5 hits. Let's see who's going to come out here. And the Mad Dog is going to come off the bench. Let's see. Let's give somebody. Let's see here. Not him. We're going to give Andrews a bat here. Bob Andrews going to come off the bench. Give somebody who doesn't get many plate appearances a chance here. Especially with this being a doubleheader. So Rob comes off the bench batting 169. He has a homer and 4 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch to Andrews. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Let's see if he can. Nope. Only play is going to be over to first. Can't get the double play. Horner fires over to Murphy. The runner will get in scoring position now with 1 out. And let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Guess LaVelle will come out of the bullpen and pitch 1 inning. So now you got the top of the order up. Harris up with 1 out and a runner down at second. Harris is 1 for 4 with an RBI in the game. Singled and drove in a run his last time up. And another base on balls. So Craig has walked himself into a damn mess here. First and second, 1 out. And Whitfield's up. He is 3 for 4 with a homer in this game. Here's the pitch to Whitfield, and that's going to be against the lefty. 14 and an 8. And that is going to be a fly ball out to center field. Office makes a nice catch, takes a hit away from Terry. And there's 2 down here. Now Clark is up. Clark's looking for his first hit of the game. He is 0 for 4. He did walk and come around to score. He grounded into a fielder's choice and drove in a run his last time up. And that's going to be a 40 and a team. That probably is going to be a line drive in the center field. That'll be a 7, 8. 18. And that is going to be a line drive out to Office. Clark hit that ball on the nose, but right at Office. And that'll end the inning, folks. And the Giants leave too. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 12-2 game. And the Giants need another pitcher here. And LaVelle, I think, is going to come out because everybody else has been used in the last few days. And Moffitt pitched in game number 1. So Gary's going to come out and pitch the top of the 9th in a blowout game. And Gary, this is his 24th appearance. He's 1 4 with 4 saves on the year and a 3.34 ERA. He's got the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up: Pocorobo, Horner, and Murphy. Biff is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Roger. He muffs this one. That's going to be an E6. And Pocorobo's aboard here with an error. So Biff is down at first. Horner at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Flown out to left his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd. Cruz calls for it and makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And Murph, he hit a solo homer his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Walked and flown out. Can Murph keep this going here? And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll be out number 2. The Braves are down to their last out. Cito Gaston comes to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. Struck out, flown out to left and center. And that'll do it. That ball is popped up a mile high. Cruz waiting for it to come down. Makes the catch. And the Giants slaughter the Braves 12-2. In the second game of this doubleheader. And the Giants 12 runs on 13 hits and 1 error. The Braves 2 runs, 5 hits and 1 error. And look at that. Only 2 Cruz and Clark were only 2 batters that didn't get a hit. And Harris is the only position player to only get 1 hit. The Giants were 6 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Whitfield with that homer. You had Herndon with that 3-run triple. And they left 9 men on base. Scored 12 runs, still left 9 men on base. The only real offense was Murphy with his homer. Braves were only 1 for 3. Not bad when they had the opportunity. 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Left 5 men on base. Ed goes to 7-3. 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 3, and gave up the homer to Murph. LaVelle comes in 1 inning, strikes out 1, and Mickey drops to 1-7. 6 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 6 walks. Man, The devil liked him today. All triple sixes. Struck out one and gave up a homer. Campbell comes in, 2 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, only 3 of them earned. I have to laugh there, only 3 earned. Walked one, struck out 3. And Craig comes in, 1 inning, walks 2. Now let's take a look at the rest of the National League games here on the 30th. And the first game up is a doubleheader between the Phillies and the Cubbies. Larry Christensen going up against the Cubbies. Remember, the Phillies are in a battle with the Expos for that top spot in the East. I think they're 1 game up on them. Can they get the win here? What just happened? That ain't good. That's not good. Oh my, that's not good. Let's go back here. See what just happened. Not good, not good at all. Go back here and see what happened. On the 30th here. The Braves game's still there. And the Phillies won. 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The Cubbies 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. And now you got lefty going on the mound. Can the Phillies sweep this doubleheader? That is the question. What the fuck's going on here? What the hell? Why are we losing it every time it does that? Got me. Why it's not regenerating the page here. Huh. Crazy. Crazy, I say. And the Phillies sweep the Cubbies. Carlton gets the win. Can't complete the game, though. Only goes 8 1/3. Phillies 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Cubbies 3 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Got out hit, but they couldn't get outscored. And then you got the Dodgers and the Reds in a doubleheader here. See what happens out here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And it keeps doing that same shit. What the hell? What the hell? Ring the bell. And the Dodgers, it doesn't have shit. Oh, it's the wrong game. Wrong day. Sorry about that. Now let's get to the 30th. And the Reds win 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The Dodgers 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. You know what we're going to do here? Now we're going to finish this out. We'll do it this way since it wants to act up. We'll do it this way. The 30th. Any games left are, yeah, we'll just do it this way. I want to replay all them games, though. I don't want to do it one at a time. I want to do it by the day. So we'll pick the 30th. Fast play the whole day. Since it's going to act up. Yes, I do. Because you're acting up and you're driving me crazy. And then we'll just go back and look at the box score since you're acting up. And now it doesn't act up. Crazy, ain't it? And the Dodgers come back and split the doubleheader. 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Reds 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. And the Astros taking on the Padres, and the Astros win. J.R. Richards only goes 5 2/3, but gets the win. 4 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. The Padres 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error. Why did they take him out? That don't make no damn sense. Why did they take him out? Hadn't gave up a run. I don't know if he got hurt or what, but that don't make no sense. How he struck out 7 and 5 2/3. Got me why they took him out. Got me. And the Expos win. They get 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Cardinals 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. And then the last game here is the Pirates and the Mets. Let's see what the star is. So Parker hit a grand slam. Stargell hits 3 homers in the game. The Pirates drive in 8 runs. Stargell drives in 8 runs. The Pirates hit 22 hits. 21 to 21 to 1. What a slaughter. We got to look at this. This is crazy. That's crazy. 7 runs in the second, 5 runs in the third, 9 runs in the fifth. They scored 21 runs in 5 innings. Didn't get another run after that. Let's look at the scorecard here. That's got to be a mess. Look at that. In the second inning, how many people came to the plate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 people, 7 runs. That's pretty damn good. As Ken Castro joins us here. Hey, Ken, buddy. Still haven't heard shit, Ken, about that. Let me look before I say that. Let me check my email real quick. Haven't heard nothing about this 2023 season. It's starting to drive me crazy. But let's look here before I run my mouth. Here we go. We got a reply. We got a reply before I run my mouth. Oh, it says he's going to look into it and get back with me. I was sent at 2:07. So about an hour ago. Because like I say, I haven't heard shit. It says the package was filled on the 13th. Created the label. Of course, this all goes back to the 3rd. But it does say that he's going to look into it for me. So let's reply with a thank you. And let's send this and thank him. And hopefully we'll hear something here shortly. So I'm glad I didn't say too much. Didn't say too much. Yeah. Yeah, we got a nice crew here, don't we? Clinton and Steve and yourself. How about that? What they scored? How many runs in the 9th? They scored 9 runs in the 5th. How many? And they left him in that whole time. That's unbelievable. They left him in that whole time to give up the 21 runs. They sure did. They let him. They take J.R. Richards out with 5 2/3 shutout ball, and they left him in for 4 2/3, 18 hits, 17 runs. That makes no damn sense. Cyber comes in, pitches a third of an inning, gives up 4 runs. That's crazy. You're special, old buddy. You're one of the special ones. Yeah, tell her that. Let's see how many people came to the plate in this inning. Sure. Let's look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. How about Stargell hitting 2 home runs in the same inning? 2 home runs in the same inning. Pretty damn impressive there, ain't it? Hit 2 home runs in the fifth. Had a homer in the fifth. 2 homers in the fifth. A homer in the third. Damn. Of course, they didn't score another run after that. Didn't score another run after the fifth inning. But Willie with 2 homers in the same inning. Dave Parker with the grand slam in the fifth. Yeah, sure. Got to walk, the single, like I say. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How many? So what was it? So he gets to out the Milner, and then the next what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 batters make it. 8 batters. That's crazy. Crazy game. Alrighty, let's take a look here at the standings and leaderboard after June 30th. June is completely done. I should do the stats. Put the stats up on the Facebook page. Let's look at the whole league after month of June. Majors. Got the Yankees are 8 games up on the Red Sox. The Tigers are 10.5 games back. The Brewers 12.5. The Blue Jays 16.5. Orioles 17.5. The Indians 22.5. And out west, you got a hell of a battle out west. The Twins are a half a game up on Chicago. The Rangers are a game back, though. KC is a game and a half. California 6. Oakland 6.5. And Seattle 16.5. And now the Phillies open up a 2-game lead on Montreal after sweeping that doubleheader. We'll go back and look at that for you, Ken. I don't know if you was here or not. And the Pirates 6 games back. The Cubbies 8. Cardinals 17. And now the Mets are 17.5 as the Cardinals get out of last place. And out west with the Giants sweeping the Braves, the Dodgers are now 3 games back. Padres 7 games back. Astros 8. Reds 10.5. And the poor Braves are the first team to be 20 games. Well, the poor Indians are 22.5 games back, but the Braves are 20 games back now. You got Jim Rice leading the American League in everything, 362 batting average, 27 homers, 82 RBIs. And in the National League, Jack Clark batting 344. You got Foster and Kingman and the Murph now. The Murph is tied for the league lead with homers with 16, along with Kingman and George. And Steve Garvey with 63 RBIs. You got the Gator leading the American League and Major Leagues with a 1.7 ERA. Him and Ed Figueroa are tied with 12 wins in the American League. The Goose with 21 saves. And in the National League, Jim Barr with a 2 ERA. Rogers, the only pitcher with 12 wins on the year. And now you got 2 pitchers, Bear and Fingers, with 16 saves in the National League. Jim Rice is leading in MVP voting. And I'm surprised, like I said before, Ed Figueroa still leading in the Cy Young with the Gator leading in wins and ERA. I'm surprised he doesn't have that. George Foster's leading in MVP voting. And Steve Rogers in the Cy Young. And like I say, since Ken's here, let's go back here and check out the box scores of that doubleheader for the Phillies on the 30th. So game number 1, a 2-1 ball game here. The Phillies 2 runs, 8 hits and no errors. The Cubbies 1 run, 6 hits and no errors. So the Cubbies was down 1-0, scored 2 runs in the 4th. Larry Bowa was 2 for 5. So was Booney. Booney 2 for 3 with the 2 runs. Booney hit a 2-run homer. The Phillies were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, left 9 men on base. Dave Kingman was 2 for 4, probably a solo homer. Nope. He had a triple and a double. Damn. Dave Kingman, a triple. And they left 7 men on base. Larry gets the win, 9-6, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 3. Reed comes in 2 innings, struck out 1, and Bouchard gets a second save, 1 inning, and 1 strikeout. Crow comes in 2-2, 2-3, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, struck out 3, and gave up a run. And Larry comes in 2 innings, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Yeah, it was a nice win, wasn't it? And then Mr. Lefty comes in game number 2. Let's see what happens here. 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. The Cubbies 3 runs, 10 hits and 1 error. Oh, Richie was 2 for 3 with an RBI. McBride in the ride had a double. And Lefty himself 1 for 3 with an RBI. Let's check that out. What inning was that? Old Lefty in the 2nd inning says he don't need no stinking DH. He drove in a run. How about that? Nice job by Lefty. Phillies were 4 for 14 with runners in scoring position, left 8 men on base. Man, middle part in the beginning, Klein, Mercer. You know, I like me some Bobby Mercer. And Manny Trio. All of them are 2 for 4. Klein 2 for 4. Mercer 2 for 4 with an RBI. Nice job. Bobby with a double. They were 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position, left 6 men on. Lefty 7-7, 8 1/3. Scattered 10 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 6. Reed comes in, gets his 7th save, 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout. Yepper. And that was going on. Now let's see what the next game, the Giants and the Braves, will be. That'll be the next game on the channel here. Bob Nepper going up against Devine. Can Devine come out with a win here? The Braves, how many game losing streak is the poor Braves on? Probably a 4-game, no, just a 2-game losing streak. They won the last game against the Dodgers. That's right. Won the last game against the Dodgers. Forgot about that. So now they've lost 2 in a row. Lost 2 in a row here. We can look here. This is a little more information with the standings. And worst team in the major leagues right now is the poor Marlins with a .325 winning percentage. Indians might be the furthest back, but the Marlins got the worst winning percentage. Yeah. Let's look here at see if it does this for me. I didn't want to go to that. Oh, darn it. I want to go to reports. Let's see here. Batting. Go to batting. League. Doesn't let me see just a month. Let's see here. Yeah, let's look at the month. The month of June. Let's see who had the best hitting in the month of June. Let's look at average here in the month of June. So Kansas City had the best batting average along with the Tigers in the month of June. The poor Yankees were struggling in the month of June. Yeah, how about runs in the month of June for the American League? Kansas City led the league with 170 runs in the month of June. Like I say, the Yankees, 130. Yankees struggled in June. Yeah, let's look at the National League, who had the best batting average in the month of June. And the Pirates was a hitting machine in the month of June, a 277 batting average. The poor Braves was dead last with a 235. How about runs? Who scored the most runs in June? The Giants. Giants with 149. The Phillies right there with them, though, Ken. 146 runs scored. And the Braves wasn't the lowest scoring team. How about that? Braves was up there. You had the Mets, Astros, Cardinals, Reds, Cubbies, and Expos. How about that? Let's look at the pitching in the month. Change this back to combined. So when I look later, I ain't going crazy. Let's look at the pitching. Who had the best pitching in the month of June? Oh, let's look at stolen bases in the month of June. And we can do the whole thing. Sorry, Ken, buddy, didn't see that. We can look at that. Go back here. Month of June stolen bases. Stolen bases in the month of June. Kansas City, probably most of them is Mr. Wilson. Kansas City with 29 to lead the American League. Let's see about stolen bases in the month of June. How about them Pirates with 32? Your Phillies with 13. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. See who was caught the most. The Marlins with 12 were caught the most. How about in the National League? The Cardinals, 14 times they was caught. Your Phillies were caught, what, just 8 times. The Pirates with 32 and only caught 7 times. That's pretty damn impressive. Pretty damn impressive. Let's look at the overall here. Since we did in June, see what happened overall before we go back to pitching. And the Tigers, looks like they're leading with that 292 average. And let's look at stolen bases total. How about them Rangers? 86 stolen bases. That's pretty damn crazy. 86 stolen bases, been caught 35 times. Kansas City was 78. Let's see who's leading with runs. I would think it's the Yankees. No, Boston leading with 397 runs. Tigers moved past the Yankees even. Tigers have been scoring machine in June. Check out the National League here overall. Houston with a 279 batting average, leading the league. Like I say, my Braves ain't dead last. The Padres and Cardinals are hitting worse than the Braves. And then the stolen bases. The Pirates with 73 stolen bases. Hell, they had what? 32 of them in June. Over half of them almost in 1 month. The Astros with 69 and your Phillies with 49. See who scored the most runs in the National League. The Dodgers with 362. Your Phillies are in third, 323 runs scored. Let's look at homers. Who's blasted the most? The Brew Crew with 97. How about that? Brewers, 97 homers. And the Giants in the National League, 67, 30 less. The Brew Crew's putting on a fucking power show, aren't they? Now let's take a look at the pitching. First, we'll do the month of June. See who had the best ERA in the month of June. And the Orioles, they was playing real good ball at the early part, if you remember. They got on like a hell of a roll. And look at that pitching staff. Ain't no wonder. A 2.85. The Yankees have fallen in the month of June. They don't have Hunter pitching. They didn't have Figueroa pitching much in June. So that hurt the Yankees. Let's see who had the most wins in the month of June. The Yankees still had the most wins, but they struggled near the end. Orioles were 17-11 in the month of June. Yep. Let's see here. What else can we look at? Here's a category I like that you don't see no more. Who had the most complete games? The Orioles had the most complete games, 12. It makes sense with that 2.85 ERA. The Yankees had 10 saves. It looks like they had the most saves in the month of June. Yep. Who had the most strikeouts? The Yankees had the most strikeouts. How about that? Orioles was pitching the contact. They're down there a ways. Yeah. Let's check out the National League. Who had the best pitching staff in June? And it was the Giants. That makes sense. Who had the most wins? Probably the Giants. The Giants was 21-9 in the month of June. That's freaking crazy. Your Phillies was right there with them. 19-9 in the month of June. Nice job by the Phillies. Phillies had a 3.17 ERA. Where did that put them? Put them third. Expos 2.72. Nice. But the Expos is only 14-14. So you picked up 5 games on the Expos in the month of June. Look at my poor Braves, the worst pitching staff in the month of June. And believe me, I know. And they was only 8-21. It's going to be a hell of a job to get them to 70. Ah, hell of a job. I got to get them to 60. Right now, I don't even think they're on pace to win 60. Crazy. Who had the most complete games? The Giants with 8. Giants with 8 complete games. Who had the most saves? The Reds had 14 saves. Padres 10. The Phillies 9. You had the most strikeouts. With you having lefty out there. How about that? The Braves are striking them out. Giving up a lot of fucking walks too, probably. 95 walks still ain't the worst. The worst walk team was the Mets. We got to play the stinking Mets. Yeah, exactly. A lot better. But then you got teams like the Yankees, the Brewers, and the Tigers. They're fucking monster lineups, Ken. So that doesn't help the pitching when you got lineups like that. That Tiger lineup, because this is only, I think the Yankees, well, look here, the Yankees have only played the Tigers in like 6 games. And it just happened at the end of June. So I really hadn't got to see the Tigers. That's a hell of a lineup, that Tiger lineup. No wonder they're up there and batting. What's kept the Yankees going isn't batting, it's pitching. Look at that. They got almost a half a run better. And they had a rough June. Yep. Yeah. Had a rough June. So now let's look at the pitching overall. Look at the pitching overall here. Combined. See that Yankees overall 3.2, almost a 4 ERA in June. The Kansas City Royals, nice pitching staff. Look at that, a 3.25. Yep, 3.25. And let's look at complete games here. So I think complete games. Orioles with 29 complete games. Look at that. You got how many with 20? And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Wait until I do that 2023 and 2024. You'll be lucky to have 20 complete games the whole year, Ken, buddy. Be lucky to have 20 complete games in the whole major leagues. Look at that. You got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, almost halfway through the year, 7 teams have gotten 20. Crazy. Who has the most saves? Probably the Yankees. Goose has got 21. Yankees with 25. The White Sox 18. Let's see who struck out the most batters. The Yankees. One better than the Angels. One better than the Angels. Let's take a look here in the National League. The Giants with a half an ERA, better than everybody, a 3.01. Hell of a pitching staff, them stinking Giants. Stinking Giants. The Braves, the worst in the league, with a 4.88. Look at that. Them and the Mets. The Mets with a 4.5. Everybody else is in the threes. Let's redo this. It doesn't look like you've got a perfect here. So the Phillies right there with them, Ken. Look at that, a 3.07. Phillies right there with the stinking Giants. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Phillies doing a hell of a job. Let's look at complete games here. Astros with 21 and the Phillies with 21. You know darn well Lefty's got a bunch of them. Old Lefty, he was a complete game full. Yep. Let's see here with saves. And the Reds with 23 saves. 23 saves. See who leads the league in strikeouts. I gotta believe the Phillies are up there with unknown caller. And the Phillies are up there with strikeouts. They gotta be. No, Phillies are down in last place. They struck out the least amount. That's hard to believe. Phillies with the least amount of strikeouts in the pitching staff. Huh. With Lefty on the staff, how about them Astros? 445 strikeouts. That's J.R. Richards there. J.R. Crazy. Crazy. I'll have to look at them as a team. Let's go here and look at them as a team. Let's see here as a team. It's going to make me scroll and find them. Atlanta, Milwaukee. Wish you could sort them instead of having to scroll through this shit. There's the Phillies with strikeouts here. Carlton was 77. Larry was 71. And then it really drops off, surprisingly. Surprise. Let's look at Houston. Where is Houston? Watch them be at the damn bottom. Because I want to look at them. Well, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I must have passed them. I didn't see them. God damn, must have passed them. The Mets. There they are. Look at that. J.R. Richardson. Look at that. JR with 158 strikeouts. Fucking crazy, man. How many innings pitched? 135 innings pitched. 158 strikeouts. Told you. Crazy. J.R. Richards. Crazy, man. Look at that. The closest is 103 behind him. Floyd Bannister. 103 on his team behind him. That is crazy. That is crazy, I say. Mm. Yeah, I knew he had a monster. Okay, let's go back here. That is crazy. J.R. Richards. He crazy. Let's see here. We looked at saves, didn't we? I don't know if we looked at saves or not. Yeah, the Reds. Reds was leading. We looked at them. Who's walked the most? My Braves has got to be up there. Braves hasn't, not as bad as I thought. Thought the Braves would be higher than that. Because, man, it seems like they walk a lot of fucking players. That's what gets them in trouble. They got a lot of guys with W's. Too many W's on this damn roster. Kill you. Who's hit the most players? Let's see here. Kansas City's hit 20. Let's see if Houston, with all them strikeouts pitching inside, have they hit the most. No, the stinking Dodgers, 26. 26 batters hit. The Dodgers have hit 26 batters. Expos have only hit 7. And the Yankees have only hit 12, the least. Yeah, Yankees, they don't want to hit nobody. They don't want nobody hitting their players and getting hurt. Yeah. Yeah, burr. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to look at. Let me know. Let me know. We can look at every month here. Let's see, April. Who had the best pitching staff in April? ERA wise. So the Tigers started out with a 2 ERA in April. And so did the Pirates, a 2.03. Then the Phillies. Now let's look here. Let's see who had the most wins in April. How about that, though? Most wins in April were the Twins. Twins was 18-6. Got off to a hell of a start. Oh, exactly, Ken, buddy. I can do this all day. This is almost as good as playing. Almost. It's just slightly less than playing the game. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, slightly less than playing the game. So the Dodgers were 14 wins along with the Expos. Expos actually had a better winning percentage, 14-5. The Braves wasn't the worst team in April, 7-13. It was the Cardinals were 5-16. Okay, let's move on to May. Let's see here. Move to May. Okay, first we'll look at ERA in May. And the A's had the best pitching staff in May. No, they didn't. This ain't. They may have, but let's look. No, the Yankees had the best pitching staff in May. 2.57 ERA. And how about in the National League? Who had the best pitching staff in May? And that was the Pirates. 2.86 in May. My Braves had the worst with a 4.96. Yeah, they did. And let's look at wins. And the Yankees, 21-6, had a hell of a May. Dave Winfield must have been playing for him. Mr. May, 21-6. The Dodgers 17-10. And again, the Braves wasn't the worst team in May. The Cardinals 10-19. Yeah. Okay, we'll move now to the last full month that we've done, June. We already really looked at June, but we'll look at it again. What the hell? Look at it again. Say the Tigers had the best pitching staff. Orioles had the best pitching staff with the ERA. And the Giants, like I said, we looked at this. And with the wins, I think it was Kansas City, wasn't it? No, the Yankees with 19. Kansas City was right behind them. And the Braves was the worst team in June. Yep, with an 8-21 mark in June. Oh, you're welcome, Steve, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Like I say, everybody, check out Apba Chatter. He's doing a lot of great things with Apba using that notebook. Put that in the chat, Steve. That notebook that you've been using, doing a lot of great stuff with Appa. It's been awesome. Really been enjoying them. Not just baseball, guys. He's been doing stuff with football and hockey. Very nice series that he's been doing. Here, let me put a link to it. Notebook LM. Thank you, Steve, buddy. I'll even put a link to. Let me put a link here to Steve's channel in the chat here. Put a link to Appa Chatters in the chat here. Like I say, check it out. A lot of great stuff. Yeah, me and you both can, buddy. I really enjoyed it. Put this in the chat here. Put this in the chat here. There we go. Did it show up here? There we go. Here's a link to Steve's channel, folks. Oh, like I say, it's doing a wonderful job, bud. Doing a wonderful job with it. That's what Steve's been using. Yep. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. You are welcome. Like I say, it's been entertaining. Really enjoyed it. Let's see here. Let's go back now. Make this combine. Let's see what the best batting teams was for the months. Combine, hide that. Go to batting. See who had the best batting each month. Oh, you're welcome. You have a good day, buddy. Let's see here. Go back to April. Who was hitting the cover off the ball in April? First, we'll do batting average. And the Tigers hitting 300 in April. And let's see in the National League. And the Astros batting 270 in April. Let's see who scored the most runs in April. The Twins with 125. That's why they was 18-6, huh? Hitting the cover off the ball. How about in the National League? The Astros and the Dodgers with 90 runs in April. Who hit the most home runs in April? Look at them Brewers. Brewers, I tell you, hit the cover off the ball. And the Dodgers and the Reds. Brewers with 27, the Yankees with 26 in April. Let's move to May. We'll head on over to May. May Day. May Day. And let's start off with the batting average. Again, the Tigers with the 280 batting average. And look at those Astros, a 305 batting average in May. Nice. Take a look at runs here in May. The Red Sox scored 156 runs in May. Nice. Sure. I mean, they played the most games. They played 30 games. But still. Tigers a scoring machine. The Red Sox a scoring machine in May. How about the Dodgers, 152? 3 less games than the Red Sox. Yeah. Let's see who hit the most home runs. Probably the Red Sox. That's why they scored that damn many. Yep, 36 homers. That's when Mr. freaking Rice took over. Believe that. Freaking Rice probably had 30 of those 6 home runs. I'm exaggerating, but not by much. Jim Rice has been hitting the cover off the ball for him. And the Dodgers with 25 homers in May. And now look at June here. The last full month. And like I say, Kansas City, we've already looked at that. Them and the Tigers batting 297. And the Pirates with a 277 batting average. And my poor Braves are last in pitching and hitting. Look at that, the Braves, 235. 235, folks. Awful. Let's take a look at runs. Kansas City scoring 170. The Giants with 149. Hey, the Braves wasn't last in runs. The Expos was last in runs. They might be hitting a little ball better, but they're not scoring. Yeah. Yep. I can say the Yankees really dropped off in June. They had Rivers out, Randolph out, Dent's been out. So that's three guys that's been out most of June. Mickey just made it back in July. Randolph should be coming back soon. So that hurt them. Let's see who hit the most home runs in June. Those damn Brewers. I tell you, the Brewers are crazy. Crazy Brewers. And the Giants with 31. The Brewers and the Red Sox. Again, the Red Sox, most of them is damn Rice. Rice is killing it. 37 homers for both of them. The Giants with 31. My Braves, look at that. The Braves have hit 26 homers. They don't get nobody on damn base. Bunch of solo. How about your Phillies there with 26? That's Michael Jack Smith. Michael Jack Smith, I'm pretty sure. And let's look here. We'll go to, be easier to do it this way. I'll bet you Michael Jack Smith. We'll look what he did in June. I know a lot of games in June looked like he hit home runs in. Take a look. I don't want the Expos. I want the Phillies. Clicked on the wrong damn team. Clicked on Oakland. I want the Phillies. We'll go to the splits here. Look at Michael Jack Smith for the Phillies. Guarantee you he hit some homers in June. There's Michael Jack Smith. Go to his splits. And 6 homers in June. Batted .359 in June. I knew he was tearing the cover off the ball in June. Yep. Yeah, he had 5 homers coming into June, doubled that, hit 6. Yep, had 24 RBIs, almost doubled that to 23. Hit 23, almost doubled that total. Yeah, yeah, I knew he had a hell of a June, Ken. Yep. Struggling against righties, though. 257 compared to 306. Home and the road's about the same. Less power on the road. But yeah, I knew he had a hell of a June. It seemed like every time the Phillies scored, he was hitting the homers. Let's see what Dick's done since he's come over here in the trade for the Phillies. Let's look at pitching. I don't want batting. He's 2-0 in 3 starts with a 2.21 ERA. That was a good trade for the Phillies. And of course, Garber is a hell of a trade for the Braves if they can get to the damn 9th inning. But Garber hasn't done as well. Garber's given up some runs with the Braves. Yep. Yeah, let's look at that with the Braves with Garber. Like I say, Garber, he got off to a rough start with the Braves. And switch to pitching. 4 games with a 3.52 ERA with the Braves. See what he did with the Phillies. Switch to back to pitching. 24 games, an 0.35 ERA for the Phillies. Yeah. Yep. Let's look at his splits here. This is with the Phillies. Didn't give up an earned run until May. Didn't give up any in June. Of course, he didn't pitch a lot with them. And let's look at the Braves. Of course, the Braves will all be in June. Switch to the pitching. 3.52. All of them have been in June. Doesn't like the launching pad, does he, Ken? 5 2/3 innings in the launching pad. 4.76 ERA. Let's see, compared that to when he was pitching in Veterans Stadium. Look at that. Let's see what he did in Veterans. Didn't give up an earned run in Veterans Stadium. Yeah, he's thinking to himself, oh my God, traded me to the launching pad. Yeah, traded me to the launching pad. Crazy. How about my boy Murph? He's hitting the homers. Let's see what he did in the month of June. He had 6 homers in June. He's just been Mr. Consistent. 5 homers in April, 5 in May, 6 in June. Actually had a little better batting average, 242 in June. So he's Mr. Consistent. Mr. Consistent. Bob Horner just got called up. Horner with 4 homers. Yeah, it's crazy how the game works because I'm not using ballpark effects, Ken. It's just crazy how that actually worked. That he's given up the homer since he's coming, and he has given up. Let's go back. He has given up his homers. I bet you every homer he gave up has been since he's been a Brave, because he's given up some homers down here. That's why his ERA is the way it was. He's given up some bombs. Switch here. Is it still pitching? Switch to pitching. He's given up 2 homers. I bet he didn't give up any in Philly. Let's look. Switch back to pitching. Didn't give up a single homer in Philly. Look at that in real life. He gave up one homer with the Phillies in 22 games. And I think it's at 11 and 43, double the games, but still. He gave up 11 homers with the Braves. Yeah. Yep, it's funny. Like I say. Yeah, it is. Like I say, and I'm not playing with ballpark effects, so it's crazy how the game works. Like I say what you want, but the game works. It works, people. It works. So hopefully, John gets shit straightened out with this 2003, Ken, buddy. At least he responded to me today and said he's going to look into it. I appreciate that. That's for sure. Should move this so I can keep an eye on it. Move that to the Apba folder. There we go. Yeah, so, because next week is Thanksgiving week. So if he doesn't get it shipped out soon, I'm probably not going to get it until I'm almost back to work. And then I ordered the darn thing at the beginning of November, thinking I'd have almost a whole month. But yeah, I'm tempted to tell you the truth, Ken, to start something with that 2024 just to look at the difference. Like I say, especially them complete games. Yeah, let's see here if I can find how many complete games in MLB in 2024. Go to 2024. How many complete games? I was right. I was right, Ken. There was 26. I said there'd be about 20 total. 26 complete games in real life in 2024. 26 and 23. Let's see how many there was. 34 and 23. So, but 24, I was right. There was 26, and there were 7 teams in the month of June already had 21 complete games. Ain't that crazy? You had one complete game with your Phillies. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh gosh. Oh my. Yeah, it's crazy. It'll be different. It'll be different. Of course, I'm not Captain Hook. I'm not. I'm the guy that goes out and tells you you're fucking got yourself in this shit. Get yourself out. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah. I'm not the guy that burns up a bullpen. I'm the guy that I'm the Billy Martin, I guess. I'm the Billy Martin. I'm the guy that ruins your freaking arm. You're a fucking starter. You go out and pitch. I'm not Captain Hook. I'm not a Sparky Lau. Sparky Anderson. I'm just not Captain Hook. I'm the guy that goes out and chews your ass out and tells you you got yourself in the mess, get the fuck out of it. And if you can, I'll put somebody else in tomorrow that can. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you're starting because you're supposed to be better. Of course, nowadays, that's not true. That is not true. You're not in the bullpen because you can't start a game. You're in the bullpen because they never gave you a chance to become a starter. They see you throw one or two good pitches and say, hell with you, put you in there, let you pitch 1 or 2 innings. You don't have to develop a third or fourth pitch to make it 7 or 8 innings. Now it's only 4 or 5. Now, how many bullpen wins did you have, Ken? Because that's another thing that's looking at the stats in 2024. Some of these guys had nice ERAs, pitched in 30 games, and had like 15 decisions. Half their games they had a no decision because they was taken out so damn early. So I imagine there's a lot of bullpen wins and losses for that matter. Yeah, with taking these guys out so damn early. Some of your bullpen guys might rack up 10 or so wins and losses. Yeah, that's what I figured. It'll be different. Like I say, I got I haven't played the bats. Let's see how long it's been since I played the bats. That's my problem. I got too much shit that I love because it's been a while since I played the bats. Haven't played it at all this month of November. I can tell you that. It's been 6 months since I'm. No, it hasn't been that long. Come on now. It ain't that damn long. I say it's been 2 months. So last game I played for the bats was September 20th. So October and now November. Like I say, I thought it was almost 2 months. And now I'm talking about starting something else. Crazy. I need I need to start getting shit done. That's why I went back to this 78 season. I'm almost halfway now because each team's played 70 games. Yeah, oh man, I haven't played the pre bats. Let's see, that's been 6 months. The pre bats, yeah, the pre 1961 bats. Let's see when that was. That's been 6 months for real. Guarantee you that. The post bats was back in September, but I guarantee it was back in the summer when I was playing. Let's see, almost a year. Gosh, I'm wrong. It's been a year, 11 months, Ken, since I did this pre 60. November 29th. Damn. Didn't realize it's been that long. Mm, yeah, because I got them. They're in the June, if I remember right. I got them the whole way through May. Let's look. Yeah, got them in the May. They're in the May. I got 1 month done, and I'm not quite done. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I appreciate it. Yeah. Like I say, I think about that and then I go back. I should get this 78 season done. That's what I should do. Cause hell, I only got 162 games more or less to get done, and I'll be done with that. Of course, the playoffs. I'll do the playoffs. I'm pretty sure I'm even going to. I'll do the playoffs, even even the National League. I'll actually play the playoffs in the National League because obviously my Braves ain't making the playoffs. So I'll actually play the playoffs on the channel. Oh, because like I say, those Braves ain't making the playoffs. That's what scares me with the playoffs is only a 5 game divisional series. Sure, anything can happen in 5 games. Short series like that, especially if you lose that first one. One thing I'm going to do, Ken, is obviously if it's not required, I'm not playing the 163rd game. I'm not playing that game in Boston. Yeah. If if it doesn't matter, I'm not doing that. So that may change the even if it's Kansas City and New York, I may change the pitch and I might have to do the lineups. I might not be able to do as played lineups in the playoffs for the if the Kansas City makes it there. Yeah, I might make up my own lineups because if Gator doesn't have to pitch 163, obviously I'm not going to not start him in game 1. Yeah, like I say, if I don't have to. That was October 1st, it looks like. Wasn't no, that was October 2nd. That game was. Yep. So, like I say, oh, you're welcome, buddy. Better get off here. Hell, I haven't ate nothing for lunch. What time is it? Hell, it's getting close to dinner time. I ate a late breakfast. So, alrighty, I want to thank Ken Castro's Apba Chatter, which is Steve, and the Professor Clinton Parks for stopping by, folks. Again, if you're new to the channel and haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that like button. And like I say, if you're a big Appa fan or if you're not an Appa fan, go over to Steve at Appa Chatter. I'll put the link in the chat and check out the videos he's been doing about Appa. Like I say, if you're an Appa fan, you'll love them. And if you're not, maybe it'll change your mind. Great videos over there. Till next time, you all have a great day.